Kakadosh, Boker Or. Masechet Zevachim Daf Yomi Daf Tundale Damudale 5481. We were talking about now Chofef Alav Kol Yom. What does that mean? You remember that we were speaking yesterday about the Mizbeach, and that only one part of the Mizbeach did not have the Yesod whatsoever. So basically, because we said that the Mizbeach had the Yesod on the, I don't know the directions. It's Mizrach, sorry, the Tzafon and the Ma'arav had full Yesod, and a little tiny piece of the Darom, and a little tiny piece of the Mizrach. But the corner, which is basically going to be Mizrachit Dromit, south east, did not have it all, because that was on the Shevet of Yehuda, right? That was the Chelek of Yehuda. So now he says like this, Meitvei. So we're going to ask the following question. Olata of Ketzad Hayta Nisit. How does the Kohen do the Olata of? So you remember that the Kohen, he goes up the Kevish, he goes up the ramp, Ufana Sovev, and he goes to the Sovev, which is going to be on the right side, okay? Which is the Dromi Mizrachit. V'hayam Molek, he used to do Melika, right? Et Rosha, Mimul Orpa, right? Which is underneath the Orif, which is the Tzavar, Umavdil, and then he's going to separate the two Simanim, which is the trachea and the esophagus, Umematzeh, et Zamal Kirim Mizbeach, and then he's going to squeeze out the blood on the wall of the Mizbeach. If you're going to tell me lo yala yisod, that it never had a yisod, what he's doing it in the air? What's going on? Right? What he's doing it in the air? Because the blood basically is going to come and it's going to go in the air. There's no yisod. It doesn't go down to the bottom. Right? There's nothing there. So Amar Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak, Eiman shekach itnu, right? You should know that that's what was the tnai of Yehuda Binyamin. Avira de Binyamin, bekarka de Yehuda. The avir belongs to Binyamin, the airspace. But the karka belongs to Yehuda. And therefore, that's why they did it that way. So it's actually something incredible. You know, like nowadays, right? In the olden days, you don't speak a lot about airspace. Here you see that the airspace belonged to Binyamin, and the ground belonged to Yehuda. שמעת על זה? זאת אומרת, כל העניין הזה למכור אוויר, זה כבר פה, גמרא.
מי מוכר?
בנימין, היה לו טריים, בנימין הצדיק, בנימין, שבע בנימין, היה להם את האוויר של המזבח. אבל הקרקע תחת המזרחית, דרומית מזרחית, זה היה שייך ליהודה. הקרקע היה ליהודה, אבל האוויר זה היה לבנימין. זה כך כתוב.
מי מוכר היום אוויר?
היום המון אנשים מוכרים אוויר. The airspace. ודאי. לדוגמה, if I wanted to, what was the idea? The idea of the expansion over here was that you buy their airspace. When you buy their airspace, now you build on their airspace, ואז בעיקרון יש לך רק את האוויר, את השטח האוויר למעלה. אין לך את הלמטה. זאת אומרת, מי הבעלים של המקום ליד? זה הבן אדם. אבל אני הבעלים של האוויר למעלה. ואז אני יכול לבנות משהו למעלה. I could build whatever I want on the top and then it's fine. They sell airspace, you never know. Until today, they sell airspace. אני לא צוחק. אני מדבר ברצינות. So, now says the Gemara. Okay. Amar Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak, right, what did we just say? We just said Avirat Binyamin ve'karka Yehuda. Fine. Says the Gemara, Mai. Right, what's the pirush now that the Kenem Mizrachit Dromi lo have le yisod? Rav Amar bebinyan. That's what it means. It only that they didn't build a yisod. Levi Amar bedamim, that the blood does not have a yisod, meaning that it's not going to go there. So Rav metargem, Rav comes and he has the targum of the pasuk where it says b'achsante yitbene madbecha. In his chelek, he's going to build the mizbeach. The Levi, right, metargem. אתה צריך את השירותים? באחסנתה יתבנה מקדשה, מקום מקודש לדמים, a place which is holy, right, for the blood. Tashema, we're going to learn now in a Braita, okay? היסוד היה מהלך על פני כל הצפון ועל פני כל המערב. You remember, if you take the picture, it was on all the north and all the west, yeah? On צפון ומערב. אוכל בדרום אמה אחת ומזרח אמה אחת. It only goes into the darom and the mizrach, one ama. That's why I told you, if you take the picture, look at the picture, it's straight, the full walls, okay? But then over here, you have one ama going down, and over here, one ama going here. Right. That's why it's like that. Yes. Yes. So he says, right? Kol hakavod. So he says, "Mizrach hamachat." My ochel lami. What does it mean now? Also ochel. So he says, "Bedamim." Right? When the Mishnah comes and it says it's ochel, it means with the damim. So Tashema, the mizbeach, haya 32 al 32. What was the measurements of the mizbeach? So you have a picture there in the article, 32 by 32. Yeah, everyone sees it. So says the Gemara. So if you're going to tell me now that it's going to be 32 and 32, it's a question. Lerav, how do you say that it's not going to have a yesod? So then how does it become 32? It shouldn't be 32. So Hachamaskina, what are we dealing with? Minatzad, meaning that we're going from the north or the west. That's the kavanah that it has 32, but not from the other direction. But the other direction, you're missing a little bit. Okay, look at the picture. Tziur 1, you have it there. Tziur 1, you have 32, and then you have the bottom one is 31, because you don't have the extra yisod. Everyone has it? I
What do
won.
you mean? There's 32. Both of them are 32.
No,
On the side where is no okay,
on the side that there's no yisod, it's going to be 31.
No.
Yeah, there you have the picture.
32 par 32.
et quand il y a le truc le yesod, tu enlèves un.
Ah,
le
le
en
talab,
bas.
le talab, il est là, en arrière. Voilà.
There you go. Okay. Tashima, another question. Nimtza poreach ama ala yesod ve'ama ala sovev. It comes out that the two amot elyonot of the kevesh, this is the ramp, right? So he says, yolot al gabe ama yesod, al gabe ama sovev. So it comes out that they were actually swallowed up with the two amot of Mizbeach. So therefore, it's not even part of the 32 of the 62 amot bilvad. So therefore, he comes and he says, so what are you talking about then? So he says, Eima keneged ama yesod ve'al ama sovev. It's keneged ama yesod, but it's on top of the ama sovev. Okay? So you did have these two amot, right, from the orech of the kevesh, which are inside the mizbeach. That means even though the meaning, that's the second picture there. You see the second picture there, that you have, it's 62, even though you're going to tell me 32 and 32 is 64. You see the pictures? One more time.
We lose 1 and 1.
No, because you're losing 2 from the kevesh.
The back.
From the kevesh, that it's inside. Look at the kevesh. The kevesh is absorbed. No, not there.
Yeah, that's the back.
No,
So where do we move?
from the kevesh.
Kevish. אני יודע איפה הכבש, אני יודע איפה הכבש. היי.
32 plus 32 is what?
Here, turn
What's on 4? 64.
Doctor.
Right? But here it says 62. How is it 62? Because here the kevesh, here, even though the kevesh is 32, you lost 2 amot here. That's part of the mizbeach. So therefore, if this part is 32, and this part is 32, but really bemet, over here it's really bemet like it's 30. That's why the total is going to be the 62, not 64. It's 32 and 32 is 64. Okay? Everyone saw the picture? Fine. So now he says, Tashema, the Tani Levi, Keitzad bonin et hamizbeach. How do you build a mizbeach? Mevim malben. You're going to bring a square, right? Meruba avetz. Shu 32 32, which is going to be 32 by 32. Vegovo aman. It's going to be 1 amah. Then you're going to be mevi chalukei avanim mefulamim. You're going to bring stones, right? Ben gdolo ben ktalan. Doesn't matter whether it's big or small. Mevi sod, seed. And you're going to bring lime. Vekunya and oferet, plum, right? This is the, how do you say plum? The lead. Vezefet and tar. And you're going to come and you're going to pour it. That's a yisod. Then you're going to bring another one, right, which is going to be 30 amot on 30 amot. And the chamot, and it's going to be 5 amot tall. Right? So one more time, everyone's with me. The outside is 32. Right? You come and you fill everything up. Then you bring one on top. Now the top one is not going to be 32, it's going to be 30. Right? Because you're going to need an amah on all the sides. So you need one by one. Right? No, not the kevesh yet. We didn't get to the kevesh yet. Iowa. This guy is a kevesh.
Oh, the ram, the one that.
I don't know what you are. You're a kevesh. So it's called. Yeah. So then you're going to have 30 by 30, and it goes up 5 amot. Again, you're going to bring stones. You do it again. Then you bring another one, which is going to be 28, right? And it's going to be 28 by 28, and the gova is going to be 3 amot. And then you're going to bring again the stones and everything. That's the maracha. Then you're going to bring the mavimva. That's going to be the chilukei avanim mefulamim, which are going to be gdolot utanom v'zev kunyam chevesh ofech v'zeu keren. And that's what you do for every single keren. So one more time, how do you do right these boxes? It's like cubes on top of cubes. So the outer cube is 32 by 32.
30.
Right. Then you have 30. But what's the what? How big is the 32 by 32?
It's 30 by 30.
No, the outer one, the bottom one. But how big? How tall? Gova. What amma? Because amma is it's amma hayisod. Amma. The yisod. So it's one amma. So 32 by 32 and one amma height. Then you bring another one. Another one is going to be 30 by 30 on how tall? 5 amot. So you have the one amma tall, 5 amot. Okay, that's already going to be 6. That's why the schuta sikra is always going to be 1 amma below the amma sovev. Why is this 30 by 30? Because when you go up again, you're going to have to walk around it. So that's why the next one is going to be 28, because you're going to need an amma on all sides to walk around the mizbeach. We just said the ramp, the kevish goes up. There's a ramp on the side of the right that takes you to the amma sovev and that goes around, right? And then there's one ramp that goes down. So therefore, you have one amma on the bottom height with 32 by 32. You go up with another one where it's going to be 30 by 30, and it's going to be with 5 amot. Then you're going to do 28 by 28, 3 amot. How much do you have now? 9. How tall was Mizbeach? 10. So what's the 10th? The keren, the horns, ama on the 4 corners. Yeah, that's how you have it.
See, I'm on the ball.
Oh, yeah. No, wait, sorry. No, yeah. Tac, tac, tac.
No, Rabbi, you see?
Let me see it.
Okay, going into
100%. So if you look,
I said it on the chat.
you send it on the chat. Perfect. So if you look, it doesn't come out clear.
Look on the chat. No?
Right? So if you look, on the bottom is a yesod, right? Then you go up, then it's a ma'asovev, and then you go up, and you're going to have the place of the mizbeach, and the ramp is over there as well. You have in the middle of the ramp, you have another ramp, but you can't see it from the picture.
Mais sur le tien, tu le vois. Quand tu montes, il y a deux choses. Soit tu continues, soit tu vas autour.
Ok. Et celui-là.
Voilà. Voilà, exact.
Et tu peux descendre en bas aussi?
Non.
Yeah, you take.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
No. They'll never go on the yesod, really. They don't walk around the yesod.
No. The yesod is on the floor. You don't have to go on it. There, they go walk around.
From the ground, that's where
they're walking around, yes. It's not so wide, it's half a meter. This. It's not wide at all. It's like mamash, they're walking.
They only do the zika?
They do the zrika there, yeah.
From the
Mitsuya dam, yes, from around.
That's the only reason that they would go around?
Yeah.
So is that the one that you do 4 of them?
That's the one that you're going to be doing 4.
And from inside, you only have to do 2?
Yes.
Which 2? Wow, I finally...
The 2 corners.
There's 4 corners.
So you're doing 2 and 2.
You hit 1.
It's 1 that becomes 2, and the other way that's hitting 2.
So basically you're...
But 1 minute. Don't run. If you're going to tell me, look at Nundala Damubet, 54b. The Gaizle, which means that at the beginning, you're going to be Boneh the Yisod, right? Avanim Shlemot Ktiv. It says that it's going to be Avanim Shlemot. It has to be full Avanim, which means you have to build them with Avanim Chalakot that do not have a Pgima. So you can't make it, right? With something that's going to be cut. Because you're going to put something there underneath it and you're going to take it. Which means that before the Yitzika, they used to put on the Tzad Romi, they used to make sure that it's going to be 32 by 32 squared. Okay, if you're not going to say that, had the Amar, that which we just said, Rav Kana, Avanim shel kranot chalulot ayu, that the Avanim of the kranot were chalulot, were hollow. Right? Dichtiv, umaleu, kamizrak kezavit of mizbeach. Hachanam Avanim shlemot, it says Avanim shlemot. Right? Ela de machri midem mitute v'shakele, but rather they're going to take it. Sachanan de machri midem mitute v'shakele, so too they're going to actually take it, right, before. So Darash Rava comes and he says, makes a drasha. What does it mean in the pasuk? Vayelechu Shmuel vayashvu benayot berama. Ma'inyan nayot etzel Rama. What's the connection between nayot and Rama? Ela ayu yoshvim barama v'oskim benoyo shel Ulam. They were in the Rama, which is the city of Shemuel. Remember, Rama is Shmuel, right? In Ramot. That's where he lives. Until today, he's buried in Ramot. Shmuel Navi. Yeah, very good. Tanit, Chazak Baruch. V'oskim benoyo shel Ulam. But they were being osek in the beauty of the world. What's the beauty of the world? The Bet HaMikdash. So Amri, they said, Ktiv, it's written, Vekamta ve'alita el makom. You have to get up and you have to go up. מלמד שבית המקדש גבוה מכל ארץ ישראל. So בית המקדש is the tallest part of it, all of Eretz Yisrael, and Eretz Yisrael is going to be גבוה מכל הארצות. So לא ידעו כתיך, but they didn't know where it was. הייתי ספר שיהיה, they brought it to יהושע, שבכולו כתיב ירד הגבול, ותאר הגבול, and it's בשבט בנימין, it says ועלה הגבול. Meaning by everything, it's always going down. Only by Binyamin does it say going up. So therefore he says, כתיב ירד ולא כתיב, right? So he says, sorry, ועלה כתיב וירד לא כתיב. So we know that it's going to be the place of Binyamin. It has to be in Binyamin, not in any other place, because that's the only place where it's written Ve'ala. Everyone else is written Ve'yarad. So Savu lemivnei kenetam. So they thought of building it like an etam. Right? What does that mean? They wanted to do it like a Piskal Yonah. So the midle, that is going to be the Hara Gavoa more than Yerushalayim. Amri, they said Netebe Kalil. They're going to make it a little bit lower, right, in Yerushalayim. Kirichtiv uven kitefav shachen. It doesn't say on the Rosho. It's going to be ben kitefav. Okay, you have a picture there, by the way, on the bottom, where it is Binyamin, Yerushalayim, Kiryat Yearim. Yeah.
לא, זה הים הנמוך בעולם. לא, זה לא.
Okay. Viba Iteiman, if you want, you can answer. He says, Gemide, we have a Masoret, right? The Sanhedrin Bichelko Yehuda. Sanhedrin is in the Chelek of Yehuda, and the Shechina is going to be the Chelek of Binyamin. If you're going to put it up higher, mitpaleg tuva, so then it's going to be too much. Right? So therefore he comes and he says, Mutav denetu bepurta, so we're going to bring it down a little bit. Uchtiv, and it's written, sorry, Val davar zeh, nitkane doeg adomi v'davi. No, Doeg Adomi was jealous of David because he knew, right, where the Makom HaMikdash was. Right, that he had a kina'ah. So that means basically Doeg Adomi was jealous of David HaMelech, that he knew where the Beit HaMikdash was going to be exactly be. Uchtiv, and it's written, Zechor Hashem leDavid kol onoto. What does that mean? This is in Tilin. Shenishba Hashem. He says, Im avo boel beti, right, im eten shena le'nayim v'bayit u'mav v'niמצא מקום להשם. הנה שמנו באפרתה בצור מסייע. באפרתה is Yoshua דקת עם אפרים. אצלנו מסתייר is Binyamin. Dichtiv, Binyamin Ze'ev Yitraf. Fine, let's just do the Mishnah. We'll finish with the Mishnah. Okay, Zivchei Shalmet Tzibur v'Hashemot. Whether it's Shalmet Tzibur, or, which is Shlamim, peace offerings, or Hashemot, or guilt offerings. So he says there's going to be 6 Elu en Hashemot. These are going to be the Hashamot. What are the Hashamot? You've got Hasham Gezelot, right, which means the Korban Hasham. So somebody that says that I don't have anything from you, and really Be'emet he was Nishbala Sheker, and then he admitted that he actually stole from him. Asham Mi'ilot, that's benefiting from Kodshim, right? That it was already Shaveh Pruta. Asham Shivcha Charufa, if somebody comes and he has relations with the Shivcha Kenanit, which was designated for an Eved Ivri. Asham Nazir, that's the Korban Hasham of a Nazir, that he comes and he wants to become pure. Sham Metzorah, after becoming pure. Asham Talui. Sham Talui means he has a safek whether he did the Avirah or not. Okay, Shechitatan. So in all these cases of the Hashamot, which there are 6 cases of Hashamot, or the Zivchei Shalmet Tzibur, Shechitatan Batzafon. The Shechita is going to be done in the north. You have to receive the blood of the Sharet in the Tzafon. You have to sprinkle 2, which become 4. You're going to eat it inside the meat, inside of the Bet HaMikdash, inside of the Hazara. Lezichrei Cheuna. What is Zichrei Cheuna? For the Zecharim, for the men. For the men. Lechol ma'achal. For eating, meaning lechol ma'achal, like you could eat it any way you want it. Men like eating things many different ways. Right? So therefore he comes and he says, lechol ma'achal, liyom v'layla, for night and daytime, ad chatzot. But the Chachamim come and they say, you have to do it until chatzot.